Hello, everybody. How is it going? Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Jacqueline. Reach into my soul and pull. It won't hurt. Love the name. Hello. Jill, how are you? Olivia. Sees through. Hi. Sierra, good to see you. Jane from the country, good to see you too. Freckle Joy. Angelina. Jan's here. Andrea, how are you doing? Melissa, hello. Miss Thing. Polygraph, nice to see you. Hey, Stacy girl, how are you? How was your trip? Hi, True Crime Housewife, nice to see you. So, first of all, wanted to say we have missed you too. Definitely. I've been keeping Frank busy. Remy stuff, nice to see you. So things are going kind of crazy as usual. Frank has company, so you're stuck with me tonight. But that's all right. Just figured we would chit chat. If anybody wanted to come up and join me and talk, we can. So I just wanted to let you guys know what we have been doing and what we've been working on behind the scenes since my trip last weekend to Indiana, which was very interesting. We left here on Friday at about 5 p.m. Our trip was going good till we hit Gary, Indiana. We spent 2 hours on the highway due to an accident. Both lanes were shut down for 2 hours. So, we did not end up getting to the hotel until about 4 o'clock that morning because it's a 7-hour drive to Kokomo. Had to sleep in. Didn't plan that. Got to see Andrea, which was awesome. Fantastic lady. She took me to Tipton and showed me around there Saturday afternoon. Hey, Deb, how's it going? Oh, thank you, Angelina. She says, we love being stuck with you, sweet girl. Frank's in the chat. I told him to enjoy his company, but he just can't help it. Hey, Tish, how's it going? So yeah, Saturday Andrea took me to Tipton. She showed me all around, which was nice. I got to get some video and some pictures while we were there. And then Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, Joe and Stacy Skinner, who's in the chat, they graciously took me around Delphi, and I got to check off some boxes that I've wanted to do since I've been there. First of all, we went and saw Kat's gravestone. Michael Stroop, who was the YouTuber that passed away, and that was nice. We went there, and his gravestone was actually there, so we got to take some pictures and stuff, and that was so nice to see. They had him and his puppy on the gravestone, and just paid our respects to Kat. And then they took me to the Libby and Abby ballpark. Beautiful place. Lots of cool things there besides just the 3-ball diamonds. We got to go by the amphitheater and look at all the pavers with the notes on them. I have pictures on the Facebook group of all that. Joe shared his pictures also. I have to thank him a lot. He was a lifesaver last weekend for me and took video at Tabitha's memorial and pictures on Sunday. But going back to Saturday, we went to the ballpark. We had to use the restroom, so we ran over to the main building there, and I see the restroom sign, and I'm walking, and I hear this voice, and my head automatically snapped. Where is he? Mike Patty's here. I know that voice. Where is he? I see him sitting at a picnic table. So I go to the bathroom. Joe's on that side of the building. I said, "Hey, did you see Mike Patty?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "He's sitting over at the picnic table there." So then we were looking around and we're trying to find the pavers. We didn't know that all the pavers were in front of the amphitheater. "Hey, Charlie, how you doing?" So I walked over to Mike and I asked him where they were. And he was nice enough to, I went out of focus there. So I asked him where they were, and he told us, where they were and where we could find them. And I just let him know that the ballpark was beautiful, and made our way and went and took pictures of a lot of the bricks that were there. So yeah, it's a gorgeous place. They're not done. It's a beautiful legacy to the girls. Can't wait to see, what else they do with the ballpark there. But I have never been there, so I was glad to make it on this trip. Oh, thank you, Jan. Pictures were awesome. So then from the ballpark, we went to the bridge. And we left a few minutes before Joe and Stacy. So I made a little jaunt down the road, We go under the little Monon High over underpass thing, and where it says Monon High on it. And I decided we were probably a few minutes ahead of them. So I passed the parking lot for the Freedom Bridge, and I kept going, and I went down, and I took pictures of where the gate are. I took pictures by the cemetery. Then I took pictures of the field in between the cemetery and Ron Logan's property. And then I even got a picture of his property. So that's one of the things that I wanted to do too. So I got that done. Zipped back to the parking lot and met up with Joe and Stacy, and we went to the bridge, and that is what prompted the photos on the community page and the Facebook group page. That bridge is in very, very bad shape. A lot worse than when we were there in March. And so I know a lot of you are going to Delphi the end of this month. I just want to warn you, it's at your own risk. The wood is very rotten. The side pieces are actually, there's a big gap in the side piece on the one side. Joe and I made it to the first platform, and then we're like, we're done. We're not going any further. This is too dangerous. And Joe will go across that bridge anytime, any day. And if he says it's getting too dangerous, then I know it is. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Charlotte, Raggedy Susan. So we just want everyone to be careful when they're there. I would not recommend going across it right now. Charlotte, I didn't know where you were. You didn't stop and visit, she says. I would have. But it was really nice getting to spend the afternoon with Joe and Stacy. And the grandbaby and their son. And after that, we all went to dinner and ate dinner. And then my sister and I, we headed back to Kokomo. And then Sunday was all about Tabitha and the memorial, the vigil and everything. And I'm still working on getting all the pictures and video uploaded to my computer. So what have I been doing this week? And why haven't we been live? Hey, Sleuth, how's it going? So yes, I just want to say Frank is going to be there at the end of the month. I will not be. Hey, True Crime Shannon, how's it going? Jacqueline. So yes, they were given money for repairs. We know that they made repairs on the one pillar underneath the bridge. We also know that they put cameras up now by the Freedom Bridge and along the beginning part of the trail, where they have the kiosks telling you about the area. I did not see any cameras by the bridge itself or along the pathway, but I wasn't really looking. We were all talking and conversing and everything. So I don't know if they still have money in a fund for the actual bridge part or if they're out of money. I really don't know. It would be nice to know because they got a lot of money to fix that. And it truly needs to be fixed. So like I said, Frank's going to be there at the end of the month. He's got some experiments and projects that he's going to do while he's there. Stories from the Stone. I'm here just working on a project while listening. Awesome. I may need your help at the end of the month getting me a little bit of video while you're out there. But I'll send you a message. So I'm just trying to keep up with the comments here, which I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, like I said, Angelina, we made it to the first platform. And after that, right where that first platform is where that first big gap is. The gap's gotten bigger. And you got the railroad ties going this way. But then along the sides, they've got ties going this way. And the ties that are going the length of the bridge, there's a big gap missing. And that was not like that in March. So we both were like, nope, not going any further. So, like I said, Frank's going to do some experiments there. He needs, and I don't know if anybody in the area or that is going to the area this week, next weekend. He needs one of them cloth construction measuring tapes. So if anybody has one that's going to be there, can you shoot him a message on Facebook? Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I lost my screen. Hang on. So, while I'm finding the pictures here, I'm just looking at the chat. What the heck, Frank? You're not supposed to be on here. Angelina, thank you so much for becoming a member. You just can't handle it, can you?
No, I sure can't. Where the hell is my camera? Man.
I don't know where your camera is.
For some reason it keeps falling off the top of the computer. No,
You're just a U.S. Army, no face.
I know. Give me a second.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Motherfucker, come on.
So, this is the gate where Abby and Libby were dropped off by the Mears property.
Hey, there I am.
Hey! Shot of the cemetery. I'm going to make this bigger. Nope, I want it all big. We're going to disappear. I'm going to move this. So this is the entrance of the cemetery. So I drove through and I noticed the fence in the back. So this is the back right corner of the cemetery. And I wanted to see what was in there and how easy it would be to get down there. Now, we're into fall now, so everything's overgrown and everything. So it would be nice to get pictures of this in the spring or fall after the foliage is gone.
That'll be perfect timing for what I'm doing.
Yep.
Because that back right corner leads right down to the ravine that leads right to the crime scene.
Correct. So this is the back of the cemetery here. And then in this corner is a gate, which I believe I have a picture of that. Oh, I took pictures of the cemetery first. Here we go. So there's the gate. This is the left-hand back corner. And if you go out this way, you head towards Ron Logan, the field where between the cemetery and where Ron Logan's house is.
Where the horses roam.
Right.
At one point in time.
And you can kind of see the field through the trees here. So I'm heading out. Now this is the field in between the cemetery and Ron Logan's house. More field. There's a picture of the house. This is a picture of the house at the end of the road where we turned around. And this is actually, so the field's over here. This is the fence. And I believe his son was standing out there. We were trying not to be too conspicuous. But let me find... All right, I'm going to put Frank and I back on here.
And by the way, people, I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking.
Yes.
I got over it in about 5 days. Wasn't easy, but I got over it. What's going on, Sleuth? Nice to see you, buddy. Hi, Deb. Nice to see you, Angela, Don, True Crime Shannon, Jill, Callie, See-Through, JW28, Shannon, or Sharon, Fangirl, Mandy, Ray. Hi, Pam.
Okay. I'm going to put it back on the pictures. So I took just a picture of the path because it's paved now and the trees are really pretty. It's actually like a canopy up over the top of you with the tree branches and stuff. So it's very, very pretty. And then we get to the pictures of the bridge. So if you look out this way, Over in here is where the girls would have been found. Well, this is the first gap by the first platform. It's getting a lot worse. It's rotted a lot more. These braces are actually moving, and it's causing the first platform to start dipping down in the corner.
Yeah, you can see that.
And this is what I was talking about. This used to never be like this. This was always something across here. And it's gone. It's so bad right now.
I got to turn the cup off. What were you guys at right here? It looks like you're not even to the first platform yet, right there.
No, this is right at the beginning, and it was just a picture off to the right.
Okay, going west.
Yep. So going the opposite way of where the girls.
Okay. You see, most of my time is going to be spent over with the crime scene.
I mean, Joe did a great job taking pictures of this bridge.
And I will advise, if you're up there with me and Randy, we're going to advise anybody not to go on that bridge.
Yeah.
If you
We
guys
just don't want anybody to get hurt.
If anybody wants to get to the crime scene, you can just go with me and my neighbor, because she'll be up there with me, and we're going to walk the trail from the north end all the way across. I'll show you guys where the property line is. I'll show you where the ravine is leading up to the cemetery, and I'll take you to the location where the girls were found. And that's where I want to spend most of my time, because I want to do some things while I'm there.
The memorials are doing good. There's actually 2 now, which is very nice. There's one right in the back of the parking lot as you're going to go and step on the first part of the trail and go across, walk to the Freedom Bridge and go across. So this is when you're standing in the round circle where the buffalo is. Off to your left, there is this path, which I guess I never realized it was there. So I wanted to get and if you walk through there, you can get to the road that goes to the cemetery. And that's back to the beginning, so.
Yeah, I'm excited to be up there.
It's very fragile looking, TTM Fangirl. It's very, very fragile.
Well, my old ass ain't getting on it. I did the last time, and I'm still not going to.
Angelina, I'm so glad you asked. What were your feels when you were there? So, I talked about it a little bit on the channel. I don't talk to it a whole lot about when I'm with people, what I feel and stuff. But this was the story, man. So we're at the end, we're at the bridge, we're talking, and I said, "Oh, I can feel the girls." And Joe and Stacy were asking me what I feel when I feel the girls. And I said it starts in my chest, and it's a tingling sensation that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then sometimes it goes into my arms, but mostly I can feel it in my chest. It's like, almost like a ray of sunshine is just bursting into your chest. That's how I explain it.
Yeah, that's what, when we went to the walk back in March, that was like that for me, walking to the crime scene. As soon as you crossed over that ravine, going to the crime scene, it felt like their spirit was there, and they were tugging me along.
Yeah.
Like, come on, over here. And it kind of, man, my heart was beating out of my chest so hard. I'm like, man.
It does. Your heart rate increases.
Nice to see
So
you,
then,
Kristen.
yep. So then when we were walking back, I would say it was like 20, 30 feet before we got to the memorial. I stopped dead in my tracks and I'm like, oh my God, there it is again. All of a sudden, really, it didn't start out faint and grow. It was just all of a sudden it was there. I'm like, I feel him again, right here. And and then Stacy's like, yeah, something's different here. So she felt a little bit too. But that's what happens to me. And then when I was in Tipton the following day, let me tell you, Tabitha came through to me big time. Strongest feeling I have ever felt. And ever since then, I feel her every single day. So it's been she's here. She's watching what I'm doing behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean,
And
as soon
Frank's
as
been dreaming.
yeah, I've been dreaming like crazy about both of these cases, and it's just as soon as she got back from Tipton, got home, she immediately got on the phone with me and said, "I need you to pull whatever records you can on certain individuals." And so that's what I've been doing all week. I've been on the phone with 2 different county courts, with the Supreme Court, with the Bar Association. You know, I work the phones. That's all I do all day, just like she does for insurance and getting stuff sent to us through emails from the Supreme Court. And, you know, so we're not
Kristen,
hiding.
thank you so much.
We've been just doing work behind the scenes. That's why we haven't been on here. We're not trying to avoid anybody or any situation that took place. We're just being very careful on information that we're getting now, and we're just basically not going to say anything until the right time, or if we should or if we shouldn't.
Frank, put your microphone a little bit closer. You're really
Is that better?
soft. Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Sorry,
it
guys.
did, Stacy. So, everything since I've been home has been about Tabitha. I have talked to Mark probably on a daily basis, every other day at least. We did start a new Justice for Tabitha Facebook group. So I had to get that started and make sure that I got Mark and her mom as administrators. They now have full control over it, which is nice because they didn't have control over the older ones. Kristen behind the crime door, thank you so much for becoming a member.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen.
So I had to get all that set up. I got that set up. I'll show you here.
I tell you what, I have been dreaming something fierce on both of these cases for the last week.
Yeah. So
It's just
Justice for
weird.
Tabitha Chuck Raines. And we have 120 members already. Pam Durst, thank you so much.
Thank you, Pam.
Hurst, thank you so much for the $9.99 super sticker. We appreciate it.
See, I tried to pull the actual trial transcript on the individual that actually went to trial on this case.
Yes.
And I had spoke to the prosecutor, and there was a 2-week trial when it came to Liz Balser.
Tell them how much it would cost us.
Almost $12,000 to pull the trial transcripts, and he said it would take him at least 3 months to get it done.
So just to reiterate, $12,000 to get the transcripts,
yes.
And it would take 3 months. I don't have $12,000.
So I went another route.
Yep.
Well, you actually went on another route with another
Yeah,
person.
I did once I found out.
Yeah, with an individual who knows an attorney.
Somebody's going to try to get those for us.
Yeah.
So what else have we've been doing? Like I said, I have had Frank looking and searching and making calls and everything that I gave him a long list on Monday of what I wanted him to do.
The suspects in this case right now, I'm not trying to talk to them until I get more information.
We are trying to set up interviews.
Yeah.
I am putting together a video for Tabitha. That should be coming out tomorrow because I think I finally figured out what I did wrong on Power Director.
I need to learn all that stuff.
Huh?
I need to learn all that.
I was pulling my hair out before I got on here.
I tried with Canva and I got lost in the first setup.
Canva's so easy to use.
Then you went to Canva Pro and I tried that and I was like, man, what the hell am I doing wrong here?
So yes, lots of behind the scenes stuff. I mean, we're pulling information on the prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
I had to become a member to get old newspaper clippings of the case. So
and there was only 3 on Google that I had found.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So there's 85 articles in total. So I have a 7-day free trial and then I have to start paying for it. So in the next month, I'm going to get all those articles and save them in her file. And it's just continuing. There's a lot with this case. Oh, yes, Krista. I love Canva.
And I get lost in it.
You're just not computer savvy.
Not anymore, I'm not. No. Once I got out of the computer game, I was out.
Oh, True Crime Shannon, it's coming. It's definitely coming.
And we also
there's so many rabbit holes to this case too. It will drive you as crazy as Delphi.
True Crime Web will be up there investigating on his end of the case.
Yep.
On the 18th through the 20th, I believe, is next week.
Yeah, and he's going to be in Delphi too, so I can't wait to see what kind of experiments he does while he's there.
Right.
Yeah, Shannon, we do have to get together and get back on Flora, but right now it's head straightforward with Tabitha. I got to get this information out and start putting some pressure.
Yeah, it's all up to us now.
Yeah.
I mean, we did what we could do as far as the news getting out there and then bringing it back up and maybe stirring some heads a little bit. We don't know, but we just can't sit around and wait. So we start looking at stuff ourselves.
Yes. And Andrea here has made some designs for t-shirts and sweatshirts. I am putting out a video on that on Friday. So,
Andrea, are you going to be up in Delphi on the 29th?
So watch for that video on merch is coming. She was so nice to make me a shirt so that I had it on Sunday for Tabitha's vigil, and I can't thank her enough for everything that she did for me while I was there in Kokomo.
Yeah, it was much appreciated, Andrea. I wish I could have been there, but I had prior arrangements to go to the Colts game, and I wasn't passing that up. It was a once in a lifetime thing to get to sit that close to the field like that, so I was going to take it.
Yep. So let's see here. We got a couple questions. Freckle Joy says, I want to know the KK connection to Flora. That would be interesting to know. I did drive past Peru. I didn't actually get to go into Peru, but I did drive past it. And I did drive through Young America on the back roads.
Oh yeah, that's just right outside of 300.
My GPS decided to take the back roads a lot of places that we went.
That's what happened to us when we was there on the march. The walk.
Yeah, so I got to see all kinds of things. Molly, I hope you feel better soon. Let's see here. Yes, I did get to hear the Eric Williams interview on YouTube. And I have some questions.
I haven't had a chance to review it yet.
I actually want to go back and listen to it again. Because the first time, I listened to this stuff while I work. And so I was going back and forth, or I'm working and I'm listening to that, but I want to go back and listen to it again. Because it's very interesting. Very interesting.
One of the searchers, wasn't it? Yeah, one of the searchers.
Seashore Girl says, nah, pass on 12,000. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Does anyone else feel as though BH saw the crime scene prior to the girls being left there? Didn't he say he saw something odd while working and told police? I know he said he talked to police.
He did say he gave some information, but we don't know what that information is. But it does. It does make me wonder what information he gave him, because allegedly he was the only one around in the area at the time everything was taking place. What did he see?
Okay, I will, Andrea, here in just a minute. GPS tries to take me through the canyons on Code 3. It's ridiculous. I did not realize how narrow the roads are in Indiana. But when you're going in this back road and there's corn on either side of you and a car's coming the other way and you both have to get over as far as you can and not hit, it's pretty bad. So can't stay long, wanted to jump in for support. Thank you so much. First big doctor's appointments in cancer and diabetes tomorrow. Well, good luck. I hope that cancer goes away.
Send prayers, Angela.
Yep. Wondering how close the animal skulls were to where the bodies were found. Yeah, that was interesting that was part of what was interesting is the pile of bones and the bones in the trees. And yeah, it does sound like he walked a long distance. I'd like to know where he was when he saw those bones.
Somebody sent me pictures of it today.
Did they?
Yeah.
You'll have to share with me.
I will. Yeah, they sent me pictures of it today.
Okay.
I said, what the hell? I said, I remember seeing this because another creator covered it a few months back, and everybody was giving him shit over it.
Interesting. So yeah, every day Frank calls me, and every morning after he wakes up and gets woken up and it says, "What do you want now, boss?" What do you want me to focus on today?
Basically, what it boils down to.
Right.
I call her and I'll ask her, "Is there something you need me to get done today?" And that's the first thing I do. I get up, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I take my meds, take my insulin, I take Plate out, feed him, and then I get my first cigarette of the morning about 11:30, 12. And she goes to lunch at noon, so noon my time, 11 o'clock her time.
Yeah.
And I call her right at noon on my time to catch her because she only gets a half hour. So that's what I do first thing in the morning when I get up.
Yeah.
Contact her to see if there's anything she needs me to do with whatever case it is. That's mostly been with the Tabitha's case right now. So
good night, Jan.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, vid inquiries. Thanks so much. like I said, my head has been buried in the Tabitha Shuckbrains case. I haven't really, to be honest with you, I have not watched a whole lot on Delphi for about 2 weeks. Frank's been keeping up on Delphi. I'm all about Tabitha.
I'm doing my thing when it comes to Tabitha, but I still keep an eye on Delphi.
Right.
So.
And then if I hear anything, like the other night I was in Sluice, I finally got in on a live of his. I haven't even been watching live streams, guys. So I finally got in on a live of his, and he was talking about the Eric Williams interview, and he's like, "Oh, Marv, you really need to go listen to it." So first thing the next morning, I listened to it, and like I said, I want to listen to it again. So.
Is it the original interview when he was at the trail that night being interviewed?
No. This is some podcaster
New?
that got him on the phone and interviewed. Well, somewhat interviewed him.
Okay.
Could have been a lot better as far as the questions and allowing the guy to actually finish answering.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I think Sue said that the channel can take it down or something. I was reading in the Discord. Let me look real quick.
I mean, but what Eric actually got to say, it was interesting. I wish that he would have been able to say more, because what he said was very interesting and valuable information. So yeah, so that's what we've been up to. Definitely been busy. Pretty much I'm on the computer from 7 a.m. my time to 3:30 p.m. for work. I started a new position the beginning of August. I'm still learning that new position. So I'm not available as much as what I used to be. Frank and I used to talk several times throughout the day, but with training and stuff, I don't have that opportunity. My training should be done here in another 2 to 3 months, hopefully. And this weekend, this Saturday, is Mark's state competition for marching band. So we are going to drive 3 hours and watch his division, which will take about 2.5 hours. And then we're going to drive the 3 hours back home. My daughter's coming home tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. I can't wait to see her.
That podcast is Crime Junkie.
No,
not that one, because
No.
This is the one.
Well, send me the one that you found, and I'll send you the one that Sleuth recommended we listen to.
So, Killer on the High Bridge. Spotify. I don't know, but he said the video was blocked. Sleuth did. But I think you sent me the one for Eric Williams already in the messenger.
Oh, maybe I did.
I think you did. Yeah. Yep, you did. Matter of fact, I got it yesterday.
Let's see. I personally think walking out of woods towards highway or car at CPS building and maybe carrying a backpack. Maybe.
There's a possibility, but we've both been there and you would be seen.
Yeah, Sleuth, Eric did confirm some things. And yes, you're right. To get to I think somebody would have saw him.
Exactly. And directly across the street from where the old CPS building is, I believe that there was like a street department, part of their street department division or something. Those buildings across the street.
Yeah.
I believe they have cameras there too.
Yeah, digital. God love this Marv family. They're keeping me going, man.
I just question a lot of things that's been talked about right now. That's why I don't really speak on it.
Yeah, it's unresolved crimes.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, I do too. I wish there had been more questions about times and locations and more like I said, I wish he would have been able to talk more and um tell us what he saw and things like that. All right, Angelina, thank you.
Oh, I feel great, Kristen. I'm over the COVID thing. Thanks for asking. How about you? I know you spent a day or two in the hospital here recently.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? Everything all right?
It's that time of year. There's been a lot of deaths and families and
Friends and everything. I mean, I just had
right.
an old friend of mine pass away today from cancer. Used to party up with him in the bars years back.
So a lot of illnesses, a lot of deaths. It's been awful that I've been seeing on my timeline.
And Indianapolis is off the chain right now when it comes to homicides. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
We had 11 homicides in only 10 days of the month already. And it's just like, what is going on? I said, once they legal or made a constitutional carry, it's going to be the wild, wild west again. And it's exactly what's taking place in Indianapolis right now.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. Why does that always do that to me?
I don't know, but I'm going to get out of here.
All right.
Company. I just wanted to stop in and say hey to everybody and put my few cents in for a little bit. But I'll be listening in on the chat, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks. Kristen, I had a heart thing. Found out I have had it since birth and it just raised its ugly head. Oh, wow, Kristen. Oh, and then when you got to the hospital, you found out you had COVID too. That doesn't help. But I'm so glad that you are better. Scary. So, if you've been watching trials, which I've tried to keep up on them, and I'm trying to keep up on 4 of them. One is the Alex Jones defamation trial for the Sandy Hook families. And it's been in verdict watch. So today the jury came back and awarded nearly $1 billion in damages to 15 plaintiffs defamed by Alex Jones and the InfoWars channel since the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting. That's huge. I don't believe any of them are ever going to see that money, but hopefully it'll make him think twice about what he's doing to these families and the suffering they've really gone through. And then the other trial that I've been watching is the Parkland shooting. Nicholas Cruz. The jury did get that case today. I know that, yeah, they'll never see that money from him. I know that the jury came back and wanted to hear 2 doctors' testimony read back. They went through the cross-examination of the first doctor and told the judge that's all they needed to hear. They didn't need to hear the second one, that one answered all their questions. So we'll see when that verdict comes back and they're choosing life or death. The other trial that I have been following, and let me know if you're following any of these trials. Remember Christmas time last year in Waukesha, Wisconsin, when the guy drove through the parade and killed 6 people and injured a bunch of other people? His trial is happening right now, and that one's very interesting because he's representing himself. It took a lot of patience from that judge to get through just picking a jury. See through. No, they're deliberating right now. The jury is. They're deciding whether he should get life or death. So we'll have to watch tomorrow to see if the jury comes back with a decision. Yeah, that guy defending himself. Let me tell you, I thought the Alex Jones trial was interesting and had things happen that were interesting with him. This guy takes the cake. Although, I do have to say, the past day or so, he's actually been better. He's not throwing tantrums and fits. He's not interrupting and asking the judge dumb questions. He's actually, I think, doing an okay job on asking the witnesses questions. But he doesn't know how to object or what to object to. So he takes that chance by defending himself. You know, I think he would have had a much better chance of making some of the key points that he's trying to make if he had had an attorney. And yes, to think he got busted by a Ring doorbell. And he's driving that judge crazy. Yes, I give her a lot of kudos for the patience she has had. But she has kicked him out of that courtroom several times in the beginning. Yes, the Brooks case. They've got people counting the number of times he says objections or holds up the sign that says objection because she kicked him out of the courtroom to a different courtroom and he's just on Zoom. Ooh, the Kristen Smart case has been given to the jury as well. Okay, so I'm going to have to look out for that one too. Oh, Angelina, you know, my kids go to Waukesha every year for band competitions, and that just broke my heart. And yes, he's got his shirt back on. Polly says, however, he's been talking once the jurors are back in the room and he has been told not to. Yes. So, if you haven't watched any of that trial, take a look at the beginning part of it. It was very interesting. Very interesting. And then the other thing that I have been keeping up on the Facebook group is the Quentin story. The little baby that is missing. So on the Facebook page every day, I've been putting and posting the updates for this little toddler that's missing out of Georgia. doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all for him. He's been missing a week now, and it just breaks my heart. Throughout southern Wisconsin, please watch the weather as there's tornado watches, and that was earlier today. Search for missing Savannah Tyler. Quentin Simon enters 1 week mark. So there's a lot of information. The other big news was Jolisa Fuentes was found in over a cliff off the road. I got to see some drone footage of that area, and wow, that's not a place that you want to lose control of your car. So we just want to send our condolences and our thoughts and prayers to the Fuentes family. Been sharing some stuff of Becky's. I have had a couple conversations with her. One actually through video chat, and then other through text. And I just want to say thank you for sharing these pictures with us. And her today is the day. So we've got a lot of stuff happening on here. Lots of Quentin updates. I am hoping, since they're going through the digital footprints, the phones and computers and everything, that will give them a clue as to where this baby is. Because it does. It breaks my heart. So yeah, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, come join us. I do try to put a lot of different stuff out there that I see on different cases. Andrea, see where there's a petition going around because the Rodney family told AWP they were going to donate the reward money to them, and now they're not. Okay, so that's something that I have not followed up on. I have not been able to look at the Kylie case a whole lot. A week means a recovery. Normally, yes. They have not found him by now. Babies do not just disappear. Someone knows, yes. And as far as I know, they're saying he was in a playpen. So just don't have good feelings on that case. Oh, me too, Vid inquiries. There's so many cases that I see and people asking for help. I wish there was more of us that could help these families. Aw. Hey, CJK, how you doing? We're still here. It is. It's heartbreaking. All these stories. What was I watching? I was watching TV last night on Court TV, which I don't watch TV very often, but I had the Court TV channel on, and they were talking about the Harmony Montgomery case and the dad. Did anybody get to see that? Yes, he was supposedly. She also lost a child support case where she had to start paying child support to her mom, who has custody. Yes. And I know this all had to stem from the mom was trying to evict the daughter and her boyfriend out of the house. So crazy. Text the babysitter who has that child every day, no matter what. whether the mom is working or the grandma's working or not, has that baby every day, and she texts the babysitter at 5:30 in the morning saying, "You don't have to watch the kids." And she thought that was odd. And then by 9 a.m., she gets a phone call saying, "Have you seen Quentin?" And then runs to the house and is going to help them search, and they don't want it. So, yes, such a sweet little face. I just hate it that all these kids are getting killed. It's not right. I haven't heard that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, so definitely have some subscribers and viewers that are close to this case. What? Just started to follow the case of the guy who kidnapped and held a young lady in basement since beginning of September. Wow. Yes, I agree. There needs to be a harsher punishment for these child predators, killers of children. I mean, it's getting out of hand. It's been out of hand for a long time. Okay, that happened with Braylon Noble in Toledo. He went missing. I helped search. The mom was directing other people to areas that she didn't want them in. Yep. And I'd have to say, if I was a searcher doing what we do, if I was a searcher and then a family member said to me, "Oh, we don't want you to go to that," or "Don't go to that area, let's go over here," I'd be going to the area that she was pointing me away from first. The grandma has lost custody of her own two kids, but then got custody of her granddaughter's or her daughter's kids. What the heck? Yes, it is heartbreaking every time a child goes missing. We have too many of these cases that we're following of these kids missing, and some are never found. Yeah, that's the first area I would be going to. The area that they told me not to is where I'd be going. I mean, that is a big tell right there. If they're trying to get you to avoid an area, that's where I would be headed first. She was held in the basement since September. She escaped. He's been arrested and said he killed all my friends. Oh my goodness. That's awful. Just awful. Yeah. There's so many of them. You can't keep track of them anymore. Sorry, got a tickle in my throat. I went to hit mute and I hit the camera button. Yes. I watched films on that movies on that. Listen to all kinds of interviews. That was a case too. Oh, eyes are watering now. All right. So what are our plans coming up? Friday, we're going to put out a video on the merchandise. I am hoping to get this video done so that it can upload throughout the night so that I can post it on Facebook about Tabitha in the morning or by afternoon at the latest. Then Saturday I will be with the family at the state marching band competition. Sunday I'm gonna try to do another live stream. What is this? Yes, the trip was awesome. Great grave sites. I've seen your pictures. They're awesome. Ooh, they're all online now. Yes. I'll put that on my list for things that Mark and I can do together. Yes, there's some pineapple merch. Andrea did make us pineapple merch, so let me see if I can find a picture. I sent it to Frank Meister, so I just gotta find it and bring it up. I send him way too much stuff, so it might take me a minute. It probably would be easier just to have Andrea send me or email me all the shirts. Oh my gosh, Frank. Andrea, can you do that? Send me an email with the shirts. I'll show you one here as soon as I get my email open. Okay. So this is the first one. True Crime with Marvin Frank. Voices for the Voiceless. I think she did a great job on that one. Here's a different version of it. There we go. And then this is the one that she did. This is on the shirt that I have that I wore at Tabitha's vigil. And then let's see here. Oh, I bet you I sent it via text to him. The pineapple shirt. Sending pineapple now. Cool. Thank you so much. Oh, Molly, you're fine. I should have did the pineapple one first. So yeah, so she's gonna do our merch for us. They do t-shirts, sweatshirts, tumblers, all kinds of things. So as soon as I get that one, I'll show you that. And then, yeah, like I said, Tabitha's video, it's short. It's only a few minutes. That should be out tomorrow. So tomorrow's Thursday. Friday will be the video on the merch and how you can get that. Saturday I will be gone. And then Sunday we'll come back and we will do another live. I'll make sure that Frank is available. There we go. No pineapple parties. I have this shirt too. So I'll be there, he says. So what do you guys think of the shirt so far? Love it. Yeah, so we're getting started. And Frank and I have to plan out when our first members live is going to be. Because we need to do one of those. So for our members, watch for that. So for the merch, I'll have the designs, the prices, how to contact Andrea to get the shirt, all of that in the video on Friday. So, and we thank her so much, her and her sister, for doing this for us. Andrea, do you have hoodies or just sweatshirts? I think she said hoodies. Sweet Revenge. One night we had a Friday fun night, you can call it. We talked about all kinds of things. And we were talking about Tobe Lazenby, and he became Tobe Lazy Boy. And then we were talking about Tony Liggett, and Tony Liggett likes to have pineapple parties. If you don't know what pineapple parties are, upside down pineapples means swingers. And it just took off that night. So everybody's like, you have to have an upside down pineapple merch shirt. So we got it. Yeah, look up pineapple parties on Urban Dictionary. And Andrea says hoodies. Awesome. Yeah. I don't think it'll hurt once in a while if I word it right. Frank says, I want a hoodie with my name on it. So yeah. I'm so glad that I took the time and took a break from this video to come chat with you guys. I missed you. I love you all dearly. Frank and I both do. We appreciate your support and everything that you do for the channel. Members only live coming soon. I just need to talk with him and pick a date for that. So, more to come on that. We'll make sure that we plan it for next week. Oh, hi, Brett. So for tonight, I'm going to say good night. I have to finish this video up so I can make sure that it uploads tonight. And we'll be back soon, I promise. You guys all have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Remember what we say at the end. Peace. One love. See y'all later.